Hey guys, Sadly Vegan Souls here today, and it has been a long time. So I've been meaning to do an update once a week, and obviously I haven't really stuck to that. I've just been doing other things, and I'm going to keep trying to fix that. I'm going to keep trying to do one video a week, because that's my ultimate goal. I really do want to do that, at least one video a week for both of my channels. But I figured today is a really special and important day to me. So I figured I'd make a video today, and right now I'm at school. I'm in my graphic design class. That's what I have first period. And we usually just like work on graphic design stuff or work on some projects. So I figured, hey, video editing, that counts as a project. So I asked my teacher and he let me come out here and record. So today is special because it is, as of today, 3 weeks since my last break on being vegan. So I did start being vegan more than 3 weeks ago. And I think that the infamous break that happened 3 weeks ago actually happened after I made one of my last videos. So, and if that is the case, that sucks because that means that it's been 3 weeks since I've made a video and uploaded it. It doesn't feel like it's been that long at all. But on my little planner, my blue planner, which I left it in class, but I don't want to go back and get it. My little blue planner, I have a little checkbox for each day, and if I've been vegan that day, I mark the checkbox. And so the day that I broke my veganism, I didn't mark that, and then since that day, as of today, it's been 3 weeks since my last break, and I've been vegan the last 6 weeks. Not 6 weeks, oh god, the last 3 weeks. And so I'm just so happy, so proud of myself. I didn't honestly think that it would be, I don't want to say this easy because obviously I broke it, and I'll explain that here in a second, but I honestly didn't think, like I still feel like it should be harder than it is. Like I think when I think of me being vegan and I stop and realize like, wow, it's been 3 weeks. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I'm recording at school right now, so a bunch of students just walked past me to go out, walking outside. Anyways, what was I saying? Anyways, I feel like it should be harder than it is. Like I stop and I go, wow, like 3 weeks since I've eaten any animal products, and I'm like, I almost don't feel like I've actually done it. I feel like it should be so hard. Like I should have been grueling and dry heaving and hating this whole process of being vegan, and like it should have been so much harder to go these 3 weeks without any animal products, and it's not. Like it's not as hard as people think. At least when one, I don't know. I guess for some people it can be as hard as people think, but I don't think it's as hard as people think. At least considering that I don't think it's as hard as I thought it was. So, like for example, one of my favorite foods ever actually are sloppy joes. I used to love when I would go to my grandma's house and have sloppy joes for dinner. They're my favorite. And I actually recently made vegan sloppy joes with my mom multiple times, and they were so good. I can't even believe they were that good. They were amazing. And I actually got the recipe from PETA2's website, but what they consist of is mostly not mostly, sorry, my brain's gone. What they consist of is the buns, and you just check to make sure the buns don't have any animal products in them. So like just hamburger buns. And then Manwich sloppy joe sauce is actually vegan, so that. And then you can use whatever kind of meat substitute you want. They recommend meat crumbles from like Boca. What we actually used were Gardein, one of our favorite meat substitute companies. Gardein has these, they have multiple different meat substitutes. Like one of them is a black bean burger that my mom and I like. But what we used was, they have these like hearty meatballs. These like supposed to be used in like pasta and stuff, like these hearty meatballs that we actually put those in the on top of the stove and just cooked them and crumbled them up as they cooked, and then mixed the Manwich sauce in, and then you have sloppy joes, and you can just put them on the bun and eat them, and they were so incredibly good. And then my mom also found this mayonnaise substitute that's not Vegenaise, and I don't remember what brand it is, but it's like it didn't look like a very popular brand, but it's so good. It's I'll have to look and see what it's called when I get home. Anyways, I don't want to get like sidetracked and go off into this big whole side conversation, but I mean, honestly, it's just amazing how much I feel like I've changed in the time that I've been vegan. These last few weeks, what my mom and I have been doing is getting up at 4 or 4:30 in the morning and going to the gym. And then when we're done with the gym, we get back about 6 or 6:30, and I don't have to leave the house until 7:40 to get to school, at the latest 7:40. So from 6:30 to 7:40, that's an hour and 10 minutes to just take my time and get ready, make food for the day, and that's exactly what I do. I have a rice cooker. So before we even leave for the gym, I put my rice in there and I start it, and then it just goes down to warm instead of cook when it's cooked, and keeps the rice warm. So I have that portion of my lunch made. The other day I made some tofu for school, which is really good. I probably saturated too much with sauce, but I just fry it on the skillet and cook it with some tamari and some amino acids, and a little bit of curry powder, and it's so good. I'll pack some oatmeal in the morning, and I actually started just packing. I did it one day, just as a test, kind of. I just did raw oats, and I'll make a whole episode about this because I want to check my facts. Because actually, in one of my older videos, my mom caught this. I've made a few mistakes with my facts, and one of them was just a slip up with words. Like I said that my mom eats the blue Sour Patch Kids because they have gelatin, and gelatin isn't vegan, or gelatin is vegan, even though what I meant was she eats the blue Sour Patch Kids because they don't have gelatin in them, and gelatin isn't vegan, and most like squishy candies have gelatin in them, and so that's why she eats those ones. So just a few small mistakes like that, and I need to just start checking my facts more so before I actually just start like blah 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 talking, because it's a little more discouraging to people trying to be vegan if you watch a video, get the facts wrong from that video, and then go and relay that message and you're wrong, or you find out you're wrong and then it discredits the person you're watching, and I don't want to do that. Anyway, sorry, I have the worst ADD. I don't remember what I was talking about before I went on that little side note, but I'll make a whole other video about some kind of factual thing I was talking about, just so that I can get my facts straight. But yeah. Oh, the oats. That's what it was. The oats. There's something about my mom had said, and I don't know the exact facts with this, so I'm just gonna kind of roughly work around it. I guess it's like your body releases bile to when you're eating food, and when you're digesting, your body releases bile to which picks up cholesterol or something like that and breaks it down. And what oats do is when you eat it, it sticks to bile and pulls it out of your body, so your body has to produce new bile, as opposed to reusing the same bile multiple times, because it'll release it into your stomach and break stuff down, and then suck back in, and then release into your stomach, and break stuff down and suck back in. And what oats do is sticks to the bile and pulls the bile out of your system, so your body has to make more, which is, I guess, really healthy for you. And like I said, I have no clue if that's exactly what it does, if that's close to what it does. I'm pretty sure that was the rough thing, though. That was like basically what it does. And so I tried eating that, but I will make a video about that. Anyways, I pack lots of apples and fruit for the morning. I'll make a fruit smoothie to drink. I will just pack some like almonds and stuff like that. I obviously, like I said, pack rice, and the rice cooker also has a steamer, so I'll bring some steamed vegetables. And I have some like preparations made. Like today, I didn't get up early enough to make my lunch, so normally I would have just grabbed a few apples quickly, so maybe a thing of almonds, and ran out the door, so that I have the food for school. And then I also, just in case, have a little thing of frozen vegetables in our school freezer that is microwavable. You don't have to steam it or stir fry it, so I can just make those and have lunch today. And I think, honestly, the only time veganism has been hard, and the one time that I've broken it, is when I'm not prepared and I don't have food. When I go hungry and don't eat things. I mean, there is a substitute for everything. If you feel like you're gonna miss out on your favorite food, you're not. There's a substitute for it. There's a cheese substitute. I'm big on cheese. I love the cheese, but there's cheese substitutes all around the place. There's milk substitutes. I like to drink the Silk almond milk that has the vanilla flavoring in it. there's meat substitutes all over the world. There's, I mean, if you don't like one substitute trying to be vegan, you can move on to another and try substitutes until you like them. And like I said, honestly, the only times that I've broken my veganism or found it really hard is when I don't have food or haven't eaten for a while and people are eating around me. So what had happened recently was I had my whole big lunchbox packed full of food for the whole day. And after school, my mom and I went to an event at BSU, and I still had that lunchbox filled with stuff. And I had it filled with good, like, foods, too, because I was going to go hang out with my friends afterwards, and they ordered pizza and all kinds of stuff like that. So I wanted, like, not a healthy salad and apples. I wanted, like, some snacks, which, because the whole day before I had eaten already salads and apples and stuff like that. Anyways, and my mom and I went to BSU because that's where she goes, and I parked next to her, and we both got into my car and went to the event. And when we got back to her car, she packed some of my stuff out of my car for me and put it in hers and took my lunchbox, thinking it was empty. So I was starving before I even left to go to Jaden's house, and I got there, my friend Jaden, and I got there, and my lunchbox was gone, and I was like, no. Because inside I had my matzo buns that I've talked about. I had a bag of Gardettos, which are like my favorite snack. And yeah, I had like another apple or so, and some rice, and I just had food for me to eat. And so I get there starving, and everybody is eating Little Caesar's pizza, which is like my favorite pizza, and enjoying it. And I had been determined at first to like not eat any of it, and I looked up Little Caesars and saw that I could eat the crust. So I like went and ate off some of the crust off one of the pieces of pizza, and then like before I know it, I've eaten the whole piece of pizza. And then it was just like, well, okay, broke it, and then I just continued like a steamroller, just kept eating pizza with everybody, and it was bad. And I was so depressed after that, though. I mean, honestly, there are people that go vegan for health, and there are people that go vegan for animals. And my mom is the type of person that went vegan for the animals, and so I've seen with her so many documentaries, so many films, so much footage on veganism and how they treat the animals. And so once you have those images in your brain, and once you've gone vegan for a certain amount of time, at this point I had been vegan for 13 days, I think, until I broke it. So for 13 days I had been vegan, and one day away from the 2 week mark. And I broke it, and then all night all I could think about was just the animals and how much of a betrayal it was, and how just like all the footage that I've seen, and all the horrible things that happen to these animals, and I felt so ashamed and so guilty and just so bad. And honestly, it was good that I felt that, because when you eat bad food, like fast food, you tend to have good feelings mixed with it. So like I think I could easily think back to like Jack in the Box tacos and have good memories, because me and my friends going out late and getting tacos at Jack in the Box and hanging out and having a good time. And so it's like those Jack in the Box tacos are affiliated with good times and good memories, and that triggers in your brain as a good thing. And it's good that when I broke it, I had all those horrible thoughts, because then it affiliates the dairy industry and meat industry and all those animal utilizing industries with the pain that the animals go through, and the torturing and the suffering and all of that, and it puts them together into a bad thought in my brain. And just more and more now, like the more I watch, the more I'm open-minded about it, the more I learn. I look at people that are drinking milk or eating meat, and I don't see like, ooh, yum. I see like, oh my gosh, do you know what that animal went through for you to be able to eat that? And I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so happy now that I made it 3 weeks. It's amazing that like I could be a 50-year-old man 30 years from now and look back and be like, yeah, I've been vegan since I was 18 years old. It's just like when I was younger and my mom was going vegan, I always thought like it's too late for me to go vegan. Like I'm too old now. There's no such thing as too old. Like I'm not even 18 yet. I'm gonna be turning 18 this month here in like 2 weeks, a week or so. And there's no such thing as too old, and I don't know why I ever had that thought that I was too old to be a vegan. There's never too old, and there's never too old to make a change. And that's what I want to do. So I'm just gonna keep going off in random directions. I always do this whenever I do like an update kind of thing. I don't like to have a script or notes because I like to come from the heart and I like to just speak about what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking, and that way it just comes more naturally. But because I am such a talkative person and I have like really bad ADD, I will just start talking about one thing and then it like links into another thing and then links into another thing and then links into another thing and then I have this big long hierarchy of topics that I talk about and I need to not. But yeah, this was just meant to be an update. So it's been 3 weeks since I last broke it. When I broke it on pizza and I felt horrible about it. And since I've had several substitutes that are great, like sloppy Joe substitutes and cheeseburger substitutes, and mostly I just try to eat healthy. You know, I do want to be healthy, so I've mostly been trying to eat salads and rice and vegetables and almonds and all of that. So yeah, I will stay in touch more often, guys. I'll do an update here in a week. I'll have much more free time since spring break is coming, but I'll do my best to do updates once a week, just on how I'm doing, what I'm feeling, and I'll try to do some informational videos too. You know, I want to reach as many people as I can and spread the message. I mean, PETA 2 has these little sheets of like factual information that you just like kind of like sneakily leave places so people find them. And I've been doing that. I've been talking to all my friends about it and just bringing up the topic, and I want to reach more than just my friends, you know. I want to reach people so that we can make a difference, you know, the people on YouTube that I'll never meet in my life that just happen to click on my video, 1 view, 2 views, it doesn't matter. Anyone can see this and possibly make a change themselves, you know. And so that's mostly what I care about, is just making a change and helping animals someday. Anyways, guys, I am Slightly Vegan Souls, or Slightly Souls, the one among many, depending on which channel of mine you watch. If you watch both, yay, that's awesome. So if you guys like this video, leave a comment in the description. Leave a comment in the comment box down below. I love reading comments. I love hearing what you guys have to say, even if you call me a fucking idiot. Excuse my language. Please feel free to subscribe to see more of my content. Leave me a message anytime. Please give a thumbs up if you like this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.